Hi there. Here in the UK, there's been some good news that the HEFA, the fertility governing body, has given permission for clinics to open pretty soon. That's giving, I guess, some good news for many people in the UK waiting for treatment. Of course, there's probably a backlog of patients to get through, so patients won't yet know when their treatment may be able to start again. And other areas of the world that haven't had that green light yet. And also some people in the UK are now waiting to have treatment overseas, Portugal and Spain and places like that. And with travel and uncertainty, there's still a lot of uncertainty around treatment, just not in the UK, but also around the world. I want to speak to those who are waiting for treatment, particularly those who are, I can imagine, quite scared about when they get their treatment and scared about the clock ticking. Maybe they're thinking this is their last chance as they're getting older, and now that treatment's been delayed, have no idea when it's going to be. And I can imagine, I can't imagine how tough that is in some sense, because I haven't been in that situation. But I imagine it's like heading towards a cliff, or even falling over a cliff with no sign of a parachute or any positive or any good news, and you can't imagine things turning around. The closest I can imagine is on our journey 8 years in. We've got the green light saying there's no reason why we can't have children naturally, because my wife's fertility, she got her full fertility for the first time, and they found out I was completely infertile. Across the board, it was disastrous. In fact, the doctor asked me whether I'd have been exposed to dangerous levels of radiation. It looked like the chance of having our own children was just not going to happen. And imagine if you feel like you're heading or falling over the edge of a cliff into an abyss with no sign of positive news or any information really, and it's all unknown and uncertain, and you're thinking maybe it's even too late, and you can't imagine how quickly things could be turned around, if they could be turned around. I'm saying that it is tough, it is grief. I can only imagine it's grief. It's like grieving the possibility of having children. We had to grieve the possibility of having our own children on our journey, and it is grief. There's no two ways of saying it really. Like losing someone, losing the possibility of having your own child. I don't think it's any less painful of losing your own child in some sense. I can't say that, I haven't been in that situation, but I just think people underestimate the level of grief on this journey. The grief of the pain of not being able to have our own children. So the first one to say is, it is really, really tough. I'm not going to deny that, and don't let anyone else deny that. And I guess don't expect people to understand. Just don't expect people to understand, because they often won't. They just won't get it. I can imagine it's a very scary place you're in right now, frantically wanting some positive news or indication of when your treatment can take place. Particularly if you're thinking this is your last chance, and you're scared that each week or each month, another month ticks by, and there's no indication of when treatment can restart. And the second thing I want to say is that your mind's racing away. This sense of uncertainty is future thinking. Your mind is almost protecting yourself from failure or disappointment. It's a very common strategy our thinking has. Most of my clients have this to a degree. Part of them is protecting them from disappointment, protecting them from the fear of failure. So our mind tries to go through rehearsing it or thinking about, don't even think about it, because there's no point getting your hopes up. And it brings a very negative, sad, low state of mind into the here and now. That future thinking contaminates your state in the here and now. When the truth is right now, no one knows when treatment's going to start. Just the truth is, no one knows whether it'll be successful or not. It's completely unknown. It's unknown. But this fear of protection, the fear of disappointment, contaminates the here and now with this negative thought, the assumptions. Our thinking thinks it knows. It's a way of protecting us. It wants to know because it fears the unknown. So it fills the blank with information. It's actually assumptions. Assumptions are very plausible, very reasonable. I've created it in our house with this thing called RDAs, Russell Davies assumptions, because I can be really great when there's the unknown, of filling that unknown with assumptions. And to me, it's so plausible, so logical, because part of my brain just wants to know. If it's bad news, I can deal with it, I can get on with it. Sometimes it thinks that's better than the unknown. But the truth is it's still unknown. And it removes any chance of possibility, hope or potential. So I get what the brain can do. You're in the here and now, be in the here and now. Breathe into the here and now. You don't know what's going to happen. You maybe don't know when treatment's going to start. It could be a few more weeks or even a couple of months. And part of you might be saying, it's never going to happen. You don't know. You just don't know. You don't know how your age will impact your fertility. Your fertility doesn't drop on your 40th birthday like a brick. It degrades over time with age. And in many cultures, they have children that are much older than most Western cultures. Is that because they don't fear the age? Is that they have an expectation that their fertility drops? I do think in our the Western society, we have a massive expectation, and thinking creates reality. The fear of our fertility drops causes our fertility to drop. My fear of not having a baby massively impacted my fertility, to the degree of doctors asking whether I've been exposed to dangerous levels of radiation or had chemotherapy. When that fear gone, I found that place of peace without giving up. My fertility improved to near normal levels without me doing anything. So if you're waiting in the unknown, keep breathing. It is unknown. It is unknown. Anything can happen. We were told there's a 1 in a billion chance of us getting pregnant naturally. Anything can happen. Doctors are great at diagnosis. They can tell you what's happening in your body in this moment or the moment of the tests. They're not very good at prognosis because no one can predict the future. Fear or worry, it's all future thinking. It's the misuse of our imagination. Come back to the here and now. Everything you need is in the here and now. Clarity, perspective, resilience, strength, peace. It's all in the here and now. If you've got a strong emotion of fear or sadness, it's telling you you're not being present. You're not here. You're not connected to your true self, your soul in this moment. It's telling you according to a story, a narrative, your imagination. Now we do this. We're human. Don't be hard on yourself. It's the worst thing. It's doing it in all innocence. Your mind is doing it all innocence to protect yourself. It thinks it needs to protect you. And it doesn't. Whatever happens, you're going to be okay. You've got it covered. Whatever happens. The future is unknown. The future is an incomplete equation by its nature. But our mind likes to try and solve it, prepare ourselves. Your wisdom shows up when you need it. Your resources show up when you need it. Tomorrow can take care of itself. Be back in today. Breathe in today. Be in today. Notice what's in your life today. Sometimes we're so focused on the future, we don't realise what we have today. You may not have what you most want, but just notice what you have got. That's what you need right now. What you need right now is what you have right now. You've probably got food in the fridge. You've probably got your health, people that love you. Come back to the here and now. Acceptance does not mean giving up. Acceptance means accepting you're okay in this moment, and the next moment, and the next moment. You've got this. You've got this. Whatever happens, you've got this. And you're not alone in it. There's an energy behind life that's got your back. You've got friends and family that love you. You've got me, part of your team. I'll be a part of your team as much as little as you want. You don't have to do this alone. I'm loving you.